Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to you in this. It's a 3 o'clock slot. Hello and good afternoon to a 3 o'clock slot. I want to introduce you to Becky Wood, a good friend of mine, who's brought a viola with us. And it's a special viola. It was a
Yes.
viola that your father had made.
Yes. Hi, Jim, and hi, everybody. Yes, my viola, my father was a violin and any stringed instrument maker, really. So violins, violas, cellos, the odd guitar. I think he made one guitar in his lifetime, but he also repaired any instruments. And he made this. He didn't make this for me. He made this when I was just a baby, really. And somebody brought it back to him later on. I'm not going to tell you what year, I'll give my age away.
Don't do that.
But somebody brought it back to him and sold it back to him, and by that time I was playing viola, so he gave it to me.
What a wonderful legacy.
Yeah,
what a
it's
wonderful
absolutely
legacy to
lovely.
leave.
You know, I love it.
Now, Becky's going to do some traditional songs, Greensleeve to begin with, and then there's some English folk music.
Yes.
And then Will You Go, Lassie Go, and I'll join you with Will You Go, Lassie Go.
That'll be lovely. Yeah.
Grand.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I just picked some things that sort of really reminded me of spring, and I think nothing depicts that more than some English folk tunes. So we'll start with some English folk tunes. Thank you, Jim. That was good. Lovely. So the next pieces I'm going to play, I'm just going to play some little English folk tunes. Now, these are actually they're folk tunes that were inspiring to Vaughan Williams. So the little classical pieces, and there are 5 pieces. I'm just going to play all 5 together. And just take my time, and I hope people are going to be kind to me, because the viola, any stringed instrument, can actually be it's quite nerve-wracking to play live, because you don't have frets like you might have on a guitar, and you don't have notes on a piano that are absolutely keeping you in tune. So please forgive me if I make a little mistake.
Absolutely.
But it's all good, you know, it's good.
Bravo, Becky, bravo. Beautiful, 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 Becky.
I think
I
they are
recognise
lovely, aren't they?
they are, and it does capture the essence of springtime. There's no doubt about it. It
I
does
think
capture
there's
the essence.
something really hopeful about it, isn't there? And it's
Yes.
got a sort of slight sadness to it, which is goodbye to winter.
Yes.
But yes, and I think Vaughan Williams, he wanted to create music that had the essence of England, I
Yes.
think. So That was his way of doing that. So next we're going to move on. Just before we do Go Lassie Go, Jim,
Yeah.
we're going to jump over to Ireland.
Ireland. We're going everywhere. We've got
Yes.
Scotland at the end, Ireland. This is a Six Nations rugby weekend, so there you go.
Yes, so we're going to do this folk tune called The Green Bushes, and this is actually, this one is a tune that's been reworked by Howard Ferguson, who apparently is an absolute hero in the classical music world of Ireland. And I think everybody's heard of him because he did what Vaughan Williams did. He sort of captured that
I'm looking forward to hearing
feeling
it. You're giving us an
of
education
Ireland,
all on
yeah.
itself, and listening to these beautiful strings and relaxing. I love that, and everybody else is loving that too. Elaine's saying fantastic.
lovely.
It's really beautiful mood music.
thank you.
And Shona too, Shona Sutherland saying fantastic music.
Yeah.
And there is something about the strings and the richness of the sound of the viola that just and Catriona was saying it, transporting her to walk as if she's walking along a river.
Yes.
And she's listening to that spring.
Yeah, and I think that's what music does, doesn't it, Jim? I didn't play viola for a long period in my life. I had, quite a few difficulties over my lifetime, and I had played as a child, and then really, over my 20s, I taught violin a little bit. I didn't really play for myself much. And then recently, as my life has become a bit more serene, and I've decided to make choices that are good for me. And some of those choices aren't because it feels comfortable for me, because playing music really doesn't, especially classical music, it can be quite intimidating. It can be. I've recently joined an orchestra, and it's quite scary. It's quite scary, especially if everybody has rests at the same time, which is the quiet bits, and you make a mistake and do a plonk in the middle of somewhere where there shouldn't be a plonk. And I came to a decision one day that I was going to reimagine my relationship with music, and it was going to be something beautiful and nourishing, and something that also allows me to push through some fears.
Yes.
So, I've really enjoyed it, and it really ties in with my outlook on life, and what does it matter if I make a mistake? Everybody in life makes mistakes.
And I was late to start with music. I was 56 when I started to plink a few strings and pull through, write a few songs. So we can start at any time.
Yes,
and that's
it's
what Becky's
never too
saying.
late, is
we
it?
can pick something back up. So if there's something in your life that you've kind of let go, particularly music, but something from the classics, something from the artistic side, if you've let it go, now's the time to pick it back up.
Definitely.
It enriches your life to no end. And that's very true.
And I've a lot to thank you for that, Jim, as well. That just encouraging me to get my violin out again and play the viola.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we've got one little song to finish with. Will you go, lassie, go?
This
Now,
is an old favourite of ours, isn't it?
it is, and Becky used to have a singing voice, but
Yes,
unfortunately
my
she's
voice has
lost
gone.
her
I
singing
don't want to
voice.
frighten anybody.
So I'm filling in for a little bit of tune as we go along, but we used to love singing this one. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild and mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a tower near the blue crystal fountain, and on it I will build all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love, she were gone, I would surely find another to pluck wild mountain thyme, grow around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Well done, lassie.
Oh, thank you.
Well done, that lassie.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Thank you so much for coming
You're
in,
welcome.
Becky, and a richness we've had in these last couple of minutes. We've had 10 minutes or so. And thank you for your lovely comments. Helen's just said, great song. Loving it greatly. So
Yes,
please
one of
come
my
back. You've
favourites.
got an
I will
invite to
do.
come back
I will
again.
do.
And thanks very much, everyone here. We'll just say goodbye now
Yep,
and look
thank you.
forward to the next slot at 4 o'clock. And Peter will be with us, Peter Cochrane.
A treat. Thanks, everybody.